have this really unique thing where we work together, we parent together, we live together, we're best friends.
Do y'all ever get sick of each other? Does that ever happen?
I mean, the thing is he's so chill and I'm sort of chaos.
Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and we're coming to you from our iHeartRadio studios in New York City. We are hanging out with Christian and Hannah of Grouplove. Good morning, guys. It's nice to see you.
Good morning, nice to see you.
Well, we're so happy to have you here. And this is so wild because I recently just discovered this, that you guys are married. You're fully married. I don't know how I missed this before. Mm-hmm. And you've been married for how long now?
7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
Take us back to the beginning. How did you two first meet?
We met on the Lower East Side. I was playing a show, and Hannah came, and
I was like love at first sight.
Was it love at first sight?
It's kind of crazy because I kind of thought when everyone was talking about love, like, oh, you just date a friend. Like I was just dating friends and was like, I think love is not real. And then I honestly just fell in love with Christian. I just saw his artistry on stage and like he was so expressive and so honest. And I just went up to him after the show and was like, that was just amazing. Like, you want to get a slice? And like really soon after that, I got invited, because I'm originally like a fine artist, and was invited to go be a painter in Greece for a summer residency. And we had not hooked up or anything, but I was like, can I invite someone? And the guy was like, well, if he's an artist, yeah, you can bring someone along. And so I called Christian up, and I was at my heart. I just remember
and this was after meeting just one time. You were like,
we'd hung out.
We saw each other around a little bit.
Yeah, but
after
it was really
that.
like New York style, where you're like, what's up? And he goes, it's so cool to see you. You're really cool. And then I'd just like walk away and be like, oh my God. But yeah, I invited him to Greece, and there was this pause, and he was like, let's go.
Yeah.
So it really was the beginning of like this and Grouplove.
Yeah, so we met all the future members of the band too. They happened.
Was in Greece?
Yeah, which is bizarre. It's like a Disney film.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so it was so serendipitous, like the fact that happened.
Yeah.
So when so you're in Greece and you're just like, we love music, let's think of this idea, and it just happened upon your other band members. How did those conversations start?
Well, no, Hannah wasn't even planning to be a singer ever.
No.
I was just like upstairs in this like 2-level like weird place we were living in, and she was painting downstairs, and I was writing all these songs upstairs, and I would hear these like faint harmonies coming from downstairs. And I never harmonized, especially with a beautiful woman. And I was like, this is amazing. Let's like combine forces.
And the fact that you're in Greece is
I know, the whole thing, it's insane.
It was awesome.
It's insane.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay, so after that trip, like what did the Grouplove timeline look like?
Well, there was no band. We just like, Hannah and I started like coercing Hannah to join me on stage with these small like open mic kind of things. And
which was insane. I had to sit on a stool because I was I basically sat in this chair and was like sort of rocking a lot and so shy. And we took a road trip to Los Angeles to like meet up with the other people from Greece, and we ended up putting together an album or an EP.
From like all the songs we were playing at these open mics and like empty venues, that turned into our EP.
Yeah.
Then people started hearing it, and they were like, "This is amazing! Let's make this happen."
And I was like, "I'm not sure I'm down with this." I actually wore a mask.
This is an insane story.
It's an insane story. I actually wore a mask for the first few years of the band.
What?
Until we were in Germany, and the mask just suddenly disappeared, and I was like, I think it's time to not wear a mask.
Like you felt like that was like your superpower, like you're like listening alter ego?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Okay, let me ask you about this. What do you think, like in the beginning stages of Grouplove, like for the answer for the other one, like what do you think that person brought out in you, especially on stage, like when it comes to your music career? Hannah, you go first. What did Christian bring out in you?
I mean, I just saw Christian from that very first moment I saw him on stage. There was just this like freedom, and the more I sang with Christian, the more I watched him just sort of let go. I realized that the more uncomfortable I am, the more uncomfortable I get. And so I was like, oh, there's just a freedom to being yourself. You know, so me really going on this really fast journey to be like, who am I in front of, like, how much can I reveal? And the more I let go, the more I like just sort of like headbanged and moved my body, and like, just like we were talking before this started, I was like, where do you put your hands during an interview? But it's like the more you sort of forget that there's a camera, there's people, and you just are in your room, it like lets everyone else become more comfortable.
Yeah,
and then
that's so true.
So that's really what he gave me.
Wow.
I feel like I gave you nothing. You don't have to answer that.
No, she gave me,
I'm excited to hear this.
Hannah gave me much better style, which helped, and my hair got cooler. I started,
Y'all both have great hair though. The hair game is strong.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just like started looking better on stage.
Now going back to that first night, was it love at first sight for you?
Yeah, because yes, and I I'd never been around someone who made me laugh so much, and I needed that at the time in my life. I had just left like a very dramatic 10-year strange section of my life, and it was just really fun to have someone just be so disarming, and just, like we were just laughing all the time,
I was
which
probably
was super
so
cool.
nervous that I was just like making jokes about myself.
I love that.
No, it was cool.
Okay, so let me ask you this. This is going to get into our love advice later, but do you guys believe in soulmates? Do you think you're soulmates? And
Definitely.
Yeah.
and what does soulmates mean to you? Because I feel like people have different interpretations of that.
I mean, I when I first met Christian, I genuinely felt like I'd known him, and it like from another lifetime. Like it was so comfortable and so familiar right away, and I was behaving in a way that was so unlike myself. Like I was just completely, like I was forward. I was telling him, like very soon after we met, I remember this night we were in my studio, we were looking at artwork that I was doing for his band at the time, and I looked over at him and like I didn't know I was going to say this, but I was like, I think you're the one. And then I stepped back and was like, what are you saying? Like,
Lay the cards on the
this is just
table.
Crazy person behavior, you know? And he didn't like, he was just looking at me like, and I remember feeling really safe. And then we were walking across the Williamsburg Bridge and he was like, I think you're the one too. And it was just so like,
Okay, I'm crying.
like gross in a way. Like I just was like, what is happening right now? Like this is not my life. Because up until that point, I just felt sort of battered, you know? I just felt like I was like never seen, never really loved, never really felt safe. And from that safety came so much growth as an artist, as a person, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, like all these things.
Wow.
And it really was.
You like grew through each other too along the process.
Yeah,
Rather
definitely.
than like what I was familiar with in relationships, feeling very restricted and sort of like you kind of are always like, oh, like I won't do that because that won't make him happy, or like let's just stay in and order Chinese food. You know what I mean? This was like we were bringing out the best in each other and pushing each
Such
other.
a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, it was exciting.
God, who said I love you first?
I think she did.
You did.
Yeah,
damn
but I remember that night being in the
Do you?
studio, and I knew she was going to say that, and I wanted to say it too, but I held back till we were on the bridge, I guess.
Yeah, I think I said
But
you're the one, but yeah, I don't actually remember when I said I love you,
Yeah, I don't remember.
which is weird.
But
But we've said it
Great.
before.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
Well, not only like do we love to see your love, but you have had so much success in group love.
I know.
But I feel like you've also been through so much together. Was there a moment in your life that was really difficult to push through, and how did you guys make it through?
We've had a bunch.
Yeah.
But when I was in LA, I was painting for my first solo show, and I started. I mean, I was really working hard. We're making an album with the band, and I was painting for my first solo show, and I started feeling really weird, and eventually found out that I had a cavernous malformation in my brain, had to get brain surgery, and I think at the time I just remember being more concerned. I knew I was going to be okay, which is I think a really important thing to come to when you find out something's wrong. But thinking about it from Christian's perspective was crazy because he had to stay strong for me, and he never showed a moment of like despair or fear. And you told me after that I'd like go to bed at night and he'd like stare at me and be like, oh my God, her head is gonna be opened up in like a week and they're gonna, I mean, it was kind of a crazy time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, when you look back on that, Christian, what comes to mind like during that time for you? Is that how you remember it as well?
Yeah, I just had to stay strong, and I remember just trying not to visualize exactly what was going to happen. But when you hear brain surgery, it's like, science fiction kind of stuff. Like, how do you even do that? How do they know what they're doing? But we went to a really good doctor in Arizona, and I had faith, and Hannah's parents were there. I remember when she got wheeled off to the operating room, we all just like went in different directions and just cried like the whole time. We were just like waiting in the waiting room, and you could see like her name on the board, like in progress, or like we were just waiting for hours and hours to see
Oh my God.
like the status switch to like done, I remember
Yeah, it's
that.
so
but-
intense.
Wow. All right, before we let you go, I feel like I've gotten to know you guys really well,
I know.
and thank you for answering all my questions. But we thought we could play a little love advice game.
Okay.
If you're down for anyone out there that maybe has some questions for you, are you ready to play love advice?
No.
Okay, so the first one, I saw this on TikTok and I thought this was so funny, is is called sleep divorce, where essentially like instead of sleeping in one bed, like you have your own beds, but you still live together in a happy marriage or whatever, but you like sleep
We
separately.
have friends who do this.
Really?
Yeah, we do. We have close friends who do this.
What do you think? Would you guys ever do it?
No. I don't think Christian's like.
You're like, wait a minute.
Well, I will tell you, right before we fall asleep, he's the biggest snuggler. And so when he's not at home or something, I have to like put pillows behind me to feel like someone is there. Because I'm so used to like
having just someone
just
there.
having that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
No, we do this like pre-fall asleep snuggle. And then I have to like turn, I have to sleep like a folded letter K, like facing the other way. And when I'm about to fall asleep, I'll start moving that way. And she's like, no, please don't do it yet. But I'm like, but I need to go to sleep. And she's like, but I'm not asleep.
Which I hate. I will tell you that.
I was gonna say, I feel like you have to fall asleep at the same time,
yeah,
right?
I know. It's difficult. Like
I just can't sleep that way.
I know. No, I get it.
The folded K.
The folded K.
But does it work for your friends? Do they like it?
They love it. They love it. I think there's a big snorer in the relationship.
Okay, I feel like are you guys snorers?
No. You are actually a little bit sometimes.
I have a little stuffy nose right now, so maybe it's not attractive. I guess I snore sometimes.
No, we like to be in the same bed.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, all right, so sleep divorce is a breakup for you guys. All right, what about holiday gift expectations? Like on Valentine's Day, even if the other one is like, don't get gifts, do you always get a gift? And are you in trouble? And it's like,
No, well, Valentine's Day is every day. I think Valentine's Day is the worst holiday because it's like, if someone does a grand gesture on Valentine's Day, to me, that is a sketchy sign. It's like, dude, where have you been?
Yeah. It's a cheesy holiday for grand gestures. I
feel like it's like, you should feel loved every day when you're in a relationship. And Christian is really great at doing like unexpected surprises for me, which I love. And I feel like I kind of do the same.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
she like surprised me with little gifts all year, which is really nice. Yeah.
My God, you too.
It's just sweet.
Okay, what about this is so cute. Okay, what about I need to get back on Hinge after. Okay.
Do it.
This is a good one, and we got this question a few times. Have you ever struggled with not liking a friend of your partner's?
We don't really have any friends, so we're pretty good in that department.
No, I'm trying to think. We are busy though. We're parents.
Yeah.
We're like, our band members are very good friends, and I've kept close friends from my childhood. But I think
No, they're all cool.
Yeah, they're all cool. You have like, Christian has some like weird friends, but I like love them because they're weird.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
like
what
it
I mean?
fits.
So,
It fits. Yeah.
But no like weird pervy friends or anything like that.
Let me ask you this: what about have you ever not liked like if your friend like just started dating someone or is married and not liked their new partner? And if so, do you ever say anything?
Yes, but we normally agree. That's the thing. We agree, so it's not like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you ever say anything to the friend?
So we do after like they usually break up, and they're like, "Why didn't you tell me?" You know, we're like, "Because we don't want to."
Yeah, you seem happy. I know. I mean, it's tough because
it's a fine
behind
line,
closed
yeah.
doors, there's a different relationship, and so if your friend seems happy, you're like, dude, that person is so annoying. Like, how are you dating them? Behind closed doors, there might be some loving, really supportive. We just never know what's going on in people's lives, so it's hard to be just like. We try not to be super judgmental, but. I have that in me. Yeah. Where I'm just like, no.
I feel like we all kind of do
like,
a little bit.
Don't bring the partner.
No,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, can we just chill without your new? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, let me ask you guys this: have y'all ever gone to couples therapy? And if so, do you recommend it?
We have not gone to couples therapy.
No.
We have our own separate therapy, I think. Which helps. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do recommend that, and I know a lot of our friends also go to couples therapy, and it seems really helpful.
Yeah.
So. I think we have this really unique thing where we work together, we parent together, we live together, we're best friends.
Do y'all ever get sick of each other? Does it ever happen?
I mean, the thing is he's so chill and I'm sort of chaos. So I think, and he also like turns up at night when I'm like turning down. So I think there's always, I'm just speaking for myself, but a really nice balance.
Yeah.
And like when we're working together, for example, right now I'm like, oh, this is my, like I see Christian, I'm like, we're working together right now. So after this,
so it takes on a different relationship in certain times, huh?
So I feel like it's sort of cool. Like yesterday we had a bunch of meetings, and then after we went and sat and got like Cuban food together, and I was like, "What's up, Christian? Like, how are you?
Like now we can be friends again."
Yeah. Like this is amazing.
I mean, you have to have your like thing that you do by yourself. You know, Hannah is like really big into meditation.
Ooh.
And I'm I have to run to like that's my meditation just to get like an hour out, just in your own
So you have
mind.
like your own alone time. You have different ways that you
your own
balance it
outlets.
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. I like this one. What is the worst marriage advice you wish you would have ignored?
Marriage advice.
I know, it's crazy because we like, oh God, we're like the worst for these questions because first of all, we did like a shotgun wedding. We're kind of against all tradition in a lot of ways.
Really?
So we, I think we just got married because I believe in marriage and I believe in commitment, in a certain way, but I was pregnant. My mom was like, dude, just get married before this baby is born. And so we just were like, okay. I thought I was going into labor and I was like, we're getting married right now.
No, really? Is that
Yeah.
We sent out like a text message at like 9 and we're like, yo, show up at the park at 11:30. We're going to meet.
And everyone just showed up and
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
People were
way.
annoyed, but they came.
Yeah.
And it was a nice time.
you were in our plans?
They were like,
Marriage.
they were like, is this real? Because I do think
I love that story.
I do think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on a wedding. I will say this.
Yeah.
And I think that you don't need a grand gesture, just grand gesture in general. You don't need anything to show how much you love each other. I think that's a private thing. So I just think the more people relax and don't be like, this is why we're amazing. This is what we look, I don't know. It's just a beautiful thing for what it is. And people should sort of see that.
Wow. And then how soon after did you have your first child?
A month later.
Yeah.
Or like 20 days later.
Oh
Something.
my God. That's so cool. Okay, I
Yeah.
love that. Okay, let's do one more.
You're like, how do I get it juicy?
Yeah,
I know, are we like really annoying?
I know we're annoying.
No,
Yeah.
I really love this. I'm appreciating it. I feel like
Okay.
I'm in therapy right now.
Okay, good. Yeah.
This one's actually just fun. This is just a quick one. Do you guys like matching couples outfits? Yes or no?
Hannah loves that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
I mean, if we have the clothes, I'll definitely do
I'll make it subtle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do subtle.
It's
Like
just
I'll put him in
complimenting.
like a railroad shirt top, we have this Ben Davis like pinstripe top, and I'll wear like pinstripe pants, and we'll keep it subtle. Everything else will.
it's a touch.
Yeah,
It's a hint.
yeah.
This is a sweet one. I'll end on the sweet one. What do you think is the single most important value that you two share that makes it work?
That's a really good question.
And should you answer on 3 and see if you say the same thing?
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah, why not? A one-word answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do one word.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Trust. Oh, what?
Oh my God.
That was weird. That was weird because
Well, we're weird. Yeah.
that's so weird.
That's important. That's an important one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
I need
weirded me
that.
out because we're not like, we've never had, I think the freedom in really trusting your partner lets you be able to like go out with the homies and not
Yeah.
worry about anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, Hannah, Christian, thank you both so much for being here. Can we get it one more time for Group Love?
Thank you.
I feel the love today. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.